In this exercise, we're going to practice creating and formatting charts. So on the charts worksheet, I'd like you to format the data as a table. I'd like you to name the table Top 5 Physics. And then I'd like you to apply a filter to the physics column to show the top 5 students. I'd then like you to create a 2D clustered column chart. Once you've done that, we're going to apply some formatting to the chart. So I'd like you to add the chart title, Top 5 Students Physics. I'd like you to move the legend to the top and add axis labels to the horizontal and vertical axis. I'd then like you to add data labels and make sure they are positioned on the outside edge. And then change the colour of the data bars. And finally, I'd like you to add a trend line to show the trend of the physics mark. See how you get on with that, and if you'd like to see my answer, then please keep watching. So the first thing that we need to do here is we need to create a table. So Control T, let's click on OK, and now I can give my table a name. So this is going to be Top 5 Physics, and hit Enter. Now I need to apply a filter to the physics column to show the top 5 students based on their physics mark. So let's click our filter drop down, go to number filters, and we're going to use our top 10 filter. Now we only want 5 students, so let's modify this so that we're only getting 5 results and click on OK. And now that we have this smaller data set, we want to create ourselves a 2D clustered column chart. So up to Insert, we're going to click the drop down next to column chart, and we want this one here, a 2D clustered column. So now that we have our basic chart, it's time to format it. So the first thing we're going to do is change the chart title, and we're going to change this to say Top 5 Students, and then in brackets we're just going to put Physics. Next, we're going to move the legend to the top. So let's click the plus, let's find the legend, and we want this to be at the top underneath the title. Next, I asked you to add axes labels to the horizontal and vertical axes. So let's click the plus again. We're going to say axes titles, let's turn those on, and now I can give these a name. So this is going to be Mark, and this one is just going to be Student. Next, I asked you to add data labels on the outside edge. So we're going to click our plus again. Let's go to data labels, and I think, yeah, by default, they're going to be on the outside end, so we don't need to make any changes there. I then asked you to change the color of these data bars. Now, I don't really care how you did this. It might be that you went to chart design and maybe you just changed it to a different color palette. That is absolutely fine. Or maybe you selected each bar individually and formatted them so that they were different colors. Now, I don't really mind which method you used. Both are valid. So I'm just going to change this to look something like that. And then the final part of this exercise was to add a trend line to show the trend of the physics mark. So let's click plus, let's add a trend line, and this one is going to be based on physics. Let's click on OK, and there is our trend line.